One of the core principles in the mindset of an entrepreneur is to transition from working to earn money to earning money from working. So, what's the difference? Good question. And here's a simple answer. The entrepreneur knows you never try to spend time working for your money. You use that time to build systems that earn income for you. For example, in a traditional job, you work once and get paid once for that work. Generally speaking, the work you do has a built-in monetary boundary. Let's say the job pays $15 an hour or $50,000 a year. Those are built-in monetary boundaries. In order to keep getting paid the agreed upon amount, you must keep working. The entrepreneur, on the other hand, builds a system that works on its own, a system that doesn't have any built-in monetary boundaries. For example, let's say you wrote a book. How many books can you sell in a year? There are no boundaries, right? You could sell 10,000 or 10 million. Furthermore, that system that you create doesn't require you to keep working in order to get paid. Like an example of the book, you work once and you get paid over and over again for that work. During the quarantine of 2020, Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, increased his net worth substantially. Now, he was already a rich person, but during that quarantine, he increased his income substantially. Now, how much extra work do you think he had to do in order for that to happen? None. He didn't have to do any extra work. The system he built years prior did all the work for him. So to be an entrepreneur, you must build a system. To me, the entrepreneur is different than a business owner. The whole goal of the entrepreneur is not to have to work for anyone, but to create a system that essentially works for them. A business owner differs from an entrepreneur in that way. Let's take a dentist, for example. If a dentist runs their practice every day, they are not an entrepreneur. Again, this is my view. A dentist still has to work for their money, and if they stop working, their income would stop as well. The dentist is still a worker, they just happen to work for themselves. So don't be a business owner, be an entrepreneur. Create the systems that work for you. There are many types of entrepreneurial systems that can be built. Watch this. There are a lot of products in the world, and the one thing every successful product needs, customers. There's no way around it. Companies know this. In order to get customers, companies have to get sales teams, they have to get a marketing team, and they have to have a customer service team. All of that can cost a considerable amount of money. So instead of spending all that money to do that, they spend it differently. They would much rather give it to you if you were able to create a sale for them. Essentially, you become their marketing team and their sales team. For example, let's say there's a company, we'll call them the Vitamin Pill Company. This company sells weight loss pills, vitamins, and detoxes. And let's say you want to lose weight, maybe 20 pounds before the summer starts. You decide you want to chronicle your weight loss on social media. You do your research and you find the Vitamin Pill Company. You take their weight loss pill, their vitamins, and their detox, and you start your 2-month journey to losing 20 pounds. Pretty soon, you'll have other people who start to follow your journey via social media. At the end of your journey, you lose the 20 pounds. Congratulations. You now have new followers on social media who all want to know the same thing. How did you do it? Well, you explain that it takes hard work and dedication, and also the product from Vitamin Pill Company. You put a link in your social media where you explain to your viewers where they can buy those products to help them in their weight loss journey, just like it helped you. Every time someone clicks on that link and buys your recommendations, you get a commission. Every time. If they buy it 2 days from now or 2 years from now, you get a commission. You don't actually handle shipping or returns. The Vitamin Pill Company handles all that. So let's say over time, your weight loss journey is viewed over 1 million times. Well, the law of numbers says that a certain percentage of people will purchase something if you recommend it. Let's say 1%. 1% of 1 million is 10,000. Let's also say that you get a $5 commission per sale. Over the lifetime of that one video that you made, you would have earned $50,000. As you can see, that's how a system works. The initial work was done in 2 months, chronicling a weight loss journey, but the payments keep coming. And there's no limit or monetary boundary as to how much you can earn. People will keep watching and keep buying while the owner continues to pull in an income. That's the goal of any entrepreneurial system. There's one simple yet revealing question. Are you a buyer or a seller? This is one of the most important lessons I think I've learned. And I actually saw it in a movie. It was a few years ago. I was watching the movie. And one of the actors asked, are you a buyer or are you a seller? Now, at the time, it didn't mean much to me. But now it does. And here's one of the major principles of success that I had to face. I wasn't a seller. I was just a buyer. Since I was just a buyer, I had to work for sellers. Sellers had all the power. They were able to make decisions for themselves. Every time I applied for a job, I was asking a seller to hire me. When it came time for a raise, a seller had to agree to give me a raise. Now, if I was a seller, I could make my own decisions. There really are two types of people, buyers and sellers. The successful people are the sellers. The people always playing catch up are the buyers. If you're not a seller, then you need to become one. I realized I wasn't a seller, and that had to change. Here are two simple rules every entrepreneur follows and every budding entrepreneur should follow. They're remarkably easy yet effective. Here they are. I'm here to tell you, you can have whatever you want in life. The house, the car, the boat, vacations, you name it, you can have it. Listen, we live in a unique time right now. Nobody in the history of the world has more access to wealth than we do right now. Take advantage of it. It's possible for literally anyone with the right mindset to get anything they want. Now, I created two easy to follow rules to get you there. You get these two rules in order, you can have it. Rule number one, believe in yourself. That's the mindset you must have. Believe that whatever it is you want, a car, house, boat, whatever it is, it's already yours. You just have to go through the process to get it. No matter what the obstacles in your path, you will overcome it. I'll tell you a saying I heard about fear that helped me believe in myself more. First, we have to realize that fear is a factor, but like anything else, it depends on how you use it. Fear is like a fire. If you control it, it can heat up the biggest building in the world. If you can't control it, it can burn that same building down to the ground. Make fear your fuel. Make the decision right now, not tomorrow, not the next day, not next week. Make the decision right now that you're going to believe in yourself no matter what. And here's the kicker. Your mind will try to stop you from believing in yourself. Your mind will tell you you don't have the time, you don't have the money, it's too hard, the sun was in my eyes, something to get you off that path. Don't listen to it. Train your mind to feed you positive reinforcements and become an ally in you believing in yourself, and it will. Believe and you will achieve. That's rule number one. Rule number two, become a seller. You need to sell something to get ahead in this world. There's just no way around it. Unless you plan on winning the lottery, you have to start selling something. And there are two types of people in this world. There's buyers and there's sellers. Sellers make all the money, buyers don't. If you're not a seller, become one. What do Walmart, Amazon, McDonald's, Uber, Facebook all have in common? They all are sellers. That's how they got their money. They realized in order to make money, they had to sell something. And you have to think the same way. Start thinking like a seller. I know what you're thinking, but I don't have anything to sell. Then sell other people's products. Like I said, we live in unique times. Take advantage. People selling other people's products and making a lot of money doing it, well, that's a thing now. But before you do that, rule number one must be your focus. Believe in yourself and then start to think like a seller and less like a buyer. Becoming a seller is a mindset. It's an attitude. Sellers don't make excuses. Sellers get results. Sellers don't ask how much does it cost. Sellers ask how much will I earn. You want the things other sellers have? Well, you have to become a seller. Those are my two rules. Apply them and you can have it. Simple, isn't it? I can guarantee anyone who applies these two rules will be successful more times than not. There's one thing entrepreneurs do not sell, waste, or freely give away. You're about to find out what that is. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Stop selling your time. It's the most valuable commodity that you have. Why? Because time waits for no one. Everyone on earth has the exact same amount of time every single day. It doesn't matter if you're in Montana or Mogadishu, it's the same amount. In this society, we've been taught to sell our time for money. Whether it's on a per hour basis or a salary, time is being sold. The more skills you have or the more education you have, the more money your time is worth. I hate to say this because most people do it, but that's the absolute bottom of the barrel last resort thing anyone should do. But we've been taught that's what we should strive to do. So it's critically important to sell something other than your time. It's essential to financial success in this society. What you sell is entirely up to you, and that's kind of why this website is built. It's to help you kind of find something to sell. But we should all agree to at least start the process of selling something other than our time right now. I mean, really, before your head hits the pillow tonight, we should have it in our minds that we must sell something other than our time.
And that's it, time. One of the keys to being an entrepreneur is to not sell your time. It's too valuable. It's literally all we have. Buying time, always a yes. Selling time is always a no. One of the most important aspects of entrepreneurship is this. Give a listen.
Here's a real question. What would you do if you lost your job today? Or really, how would you make ends meet? How long would it take before any cash reserves are totally depleted? You know, this society is designed for people with money. Just turn on the TV. Watch the commercials. But only if you have the money. You'll see all the latest movies, cars, latest hamburgers, latest vacation spots, latest pills, etc. All catering to people who have money. This is the nature of our society. We must work to make money in order to survive. This is just the way it is. Okay, that being said, if we must earn money, how should we do it? Well, society tells us the safest way is to get an education, to get a good job, and stay there for years, but that's not ideal. It's not even safe. Because employers can turn off your income at any time for any reason. Now, does that sound safe? This happened to me. Have you ever been called to an HR's office to be informed that you no longer work there? You know what I mean. It's a horrible feeling. The solution, learn how to fish. Now, I don't mean go to Bass Pro Shop and buy fishing reels. No, I mean earn your own income. Have a way to always earn your own money. Having no money means you can't buy food, shelter, safety, cars, you name it. If you have a job, that gives the power over your food, the power over your safety, and the power over your shelter to someone else. In other words, having a job is being fed fish and not fishing. For me, no single person can take away my income. For the majority of people with jobs, it's conceivable that one single person can completely turn off your income for no reason. Having had my income completely turned off, I try to instill into other people not to let that happen. And the only way to do it is to have a way to fish for yourself.
You see, that's one of the tenets of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs will not allow anyone else to dictate their income, and you shouldn't either.